Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Lords of the Fallen, where we're going to continue to work our way through Fitzroy's Gorge. It looks as though our chum, who was looking for his brother, is also working his way through because he's moved on. We're going to explore a bit further this time, hopefully. Try and make our way past that scary burning building with all the screaming people in it. But we've got a few things we want to do before then as well. I think I will also double check that there's nothing going on this bridge that we can actually access from here. Because there are routes, look. There are the routes here. Are they visible from anywhere around here? Is there anywhere we can stand to deal with them? Because I wouldn't want to move on and miss something here when we can potentially see it. It does look like a point down there, but it's not allowing us to get at it. And that does look... Isn't that the thing that we get into once we've broken the roots? I think it is. We're not having much success here finding any points where these roots can be got. Oh, that revenge mission is back that way. Okay. I don't want to just throw myself off the bridge like an absolute idiot. I can't help but feel that this is the right place to hang out. Wait a minute, is that... That is one. So how can I guess it? No, it needs to be locked onto it. It's definitely one of the points, isn't it? I'm not allowed to stand over here anywhere. Where's the other one then? The other one is down there somewhere. I was just thinking, you see, about that push ladder back there. It could be a case that we go through this bit and then we manage to work our way down these blocks and onto that push ladder bit. Yeah. It's kind of tricky. I suppose at the very least we've got this other point up here that we were looking at. We spent far too long in Umbral at this point. Why couldn't you just pop into existence a minute ago when I was actually swinging at you, you wretch? You're there again. We saw you before. What are you gonna do? That's just cheating. We'll just flail madly until you go down. And then, let's see. There's that, but there's also that archer. Maybe we're okay to just come across. What are they going to do, eh? Nothing, that's what. Well. They're clearly going to try and wreck us. But now we're over here. What do you think of that, friend? We're also failing to attack you properly. Good. So we're in somewhere new. That bit's blocked off. Is there a return point anywhere near here? Guys, get busy. Snake oil grenade. No, with this bit being blocked. But it looks like a sort of blockage that would be gone if we were in Axiom. Oh, we can go down. Okay. Maybe there'll be a point in which we can return. And indeed there is. But it's also possibly an item. The Umbral Eye of Hooded Antuli. Interesting. Immunity to damage for 8 seconds upon transition. Or minus 20% withered health on the umbral transition. That's quite useful. If we could get a second slot for our lamp, that would be great. There's still more further down here as well. What have we in this direction? Well, we've got dags. We've got that lad with his flaming axes. And we got another archer by the look of it. I feel like there's more down than there is up, so let's go up first and see what we can see. So yeah, we can get higher up now. There's nothing else out here. I only came across it to see if there was an easy way of getting those roots on the bridge, but now we've been distracted. Piss off. Look, stop hitting me. That was going great until that one guy just decided to shove me about 4 hits into the combo. And then he just threw off my rhythm. But here we are. We have acquired an animated Vigor Skull, which we like. Oh, it does keep going up. Very well. This is prime ambush territory. I thought down would be the quicker option, but no. Okay, we might be at the top. Well, that was a fortunate landing. I should have just walked across the planks, probably. Yeah, this time maybe we just hippity hop onto this plank. An inch. Good. Now what? We got a blue thing. Oh, we got a chest. Fitzroy's armor set. He was that soldier who the place was named for. Heavy torso, yeah, it's just a big heavy armor set by the look of it. Maybe it's time to go back into the Umbral world. Oh yeah, heavily outnumbered, my friend. That's a couple more Umbral scouring for us. Now, we could potentially, if we're careful and clever, fall too far. Should have seen that coming. Now I want to get back up there because there's one item that we've not picked up. It's probably just like a Vigor Skull or something like that. But it might not be. It might be the sickest item known to man. We've still got the mystery of the bridge to solve. One thing at a time, perhaps. There's another item here. Did we kill someone earlier and then just not take their loot? The left-hand bringer of stillness sword. That sounds intriguing at the very least. Sword of a bringer of stillness. So is that awful bugger that teleported about the gaff? It's an agility weapon. Pretty cool. So I guess they've got left and right hand versions. If you get both, then yeah. It's dual wielding fun times. But now, you there. Get out my way. So I guess if we pop in to this mode, then a Bringer of Stillness is going to appear straight away? Yeah. We actually nailed them and got back all our health. You'd love to see it. Oh yeah, we can't go up though, can we? Because it's blocked, so down first. These friends want to come in. We'll deal with them before we deal with the Bringer of Stillness if we can. doesn't seem to have noticed us, so that's good. Sneak, sneak, sneak. And bam! Get stilled. Now we can go up. There are Rogar up there though, aren't there? There's quite a few. Oh, hello. You weren't there a second ago. Did you come to partway down? You little shit. Because that's where it was blocked, so yeah. Cheeky bugger. Can you bust your way out there? No. At least not with one hit. As we learned earlier, sometimes you need more than one hit to break things. One of our friends found that out the hard way. So there's our Vig. There's the item I was trying to get to. We can afford to drop this time because we're not in Umbral. Axe of the Flayed. Possibly not for us. Yep, so Strength and Inferno Axe. Rogar Axe incorporating flayed human skin. Wonderful. That's just what we were looking for. But that's the upper floor. Investigated. Now we can go further down and see what's what. So there was dogs and there was an archer guy. No one seems to notice us this time. There we go. That's the dogs. But the archer hasn't spotted us. Oops. Rogar though. Ouch. Didn't exactly cover myself in glory there. But now... Oh no, wait. This. Raw Mangler trousers. Where's your blue bag? It's not there. Is it attached to you? It is. Pop! Now what? Yeah, you get wrecked, that's what. Fire ward. You're a legit item, minor fire salts. Is that? Okay, that is a real gate and it can't be open from either side. Is this new or is this... No, this is where we fought Light Reaper, but... Ah, so that's just another way to get down to this bit where things start getting scary. Cool. Piecing it together. So it's two different ways to get down to the same spot. Now, that worked out well. Because they weren't expecting me to come from behind. Didn't they have a dog? Oh, there's one. Did they have two dogs? Maybe. Yeah, there's a second dog over there, but again, they're all kicking. Now that guy's awake. Bam! Ooh, running heavy strike. That's even more fun than the running regular light strike. We like this. So I don't think travelling across to that other bit helped us in any way with regards to this bridge. Is there a point further on here as well? The third one. Yeah, they've all got three routes. We've kind of learnt that by now, haven't we? So that is definitely one out of the way. Maybe that clears a path to another one. Or maybe we've just cleared the whole thing? Okay, that works. maybe? So what are you? Just an item. The Nahusa Ritual Hammer. Strength, Radiance and Inferno. Christ, it's 26 of each. That feels like an endgame weapon then. Now, are you going to pop into existence so I can get some of this withered health back? Seems like no. More platforming. Ah, you've popped into existence then. Get plunged. And that is all our health back in one shot. Love to see it. So where are we going? And how many of these eggs are going to have people in them? Oops. I'm targeting the wrong one. You are the one I wish to target. There we go. Nice try. Nearly sent myself off the edge there. Oh, there's that as well. And that's another route connecting something to something. So it's probably a good thing we spotted that route on our travels. You're going to pop? Yeah, you are. Are you going to pop? No. But is this going to lead to that push ladder? Yes. Wonderful. So we've got clear access to up here, wherever this is. Some more nugs. Do we want to remain in our current form? Or do we want to pop back? Let's pop back. First time through this bit, fewer enemies is probably wise. Oh, hello. Target the right one, please. Thank you. No, you're an archer. This place looks ominous as all heck. Heck it, we charge the archer. If everyone else wants to kick off afterwards, that's fine. Ouch. Yeah, that went pretty well. Now what's up this blood-soaked stairway? Does all the blood run down the stairs from in this cave? Wretched dog. Oh, piss. The last second I remembered they were an Explodo dog. A vestige, at last. Betrayed Eliard. Bit vigilante. Probably good. Shrine of Adir. Use severed hands to purchase various dyes and whatnot. Charred fingers. Slaughterer's Coagulator. And the Knight of Adir helm and trousers and such. Severed hands sounds like it might be like an invasion thing. This whole thing just looks like it might be an invasion thing. Invade people, get severed hands, buy spiffy gear. We've got Infernal Weapon, which is going to be some sort of Inferno magic. That's going to be like, light your blade on fire. Now, what do you have, friend? 3 charred fingers. If used before performing the Crimson Ritual, increases the reward received upon completion. And I'm going to just go ahead and assume that the Crimson Ritual is indeed invasions. Which is not something I've ever enjoyed, so it's not something I'm going to do anytime soon. But this isn't the most useful vestige, really. Because then we've got to go past like 3 or 4 dudes before we can get back on the path. So our current seed spot is probably still the best place for us to rest. The one on the bridge would be better. But although I'm trying to use consumables more than I might do in other games, I'm not going to use a consumable just to save, what, a minute of running from our current vestige to here. I don't think that's a good use of resources. But anyway, we've killed a whole bunch of fools. So instead of resting, let's press on. I don't think we explored any of this in Umbral, but we barely explored it in regular, did we? Because we were kind of scared about losing all of our vigour. We had a brief look down there. I'm not sure we had much of a look in this direction. We appear to have not looked up here, near that tower we came out of. Otherwise we would have picked up some magic ward. Let's see what's going on over here, if anything. There's a fellow that wants to hit us. We say no thank you. That's that gate that we established about 5 minutes ago. Was legit. So yeah, we did sneak down this way a little bit. We found that these folks didn't put up much of a fight. But at least they don't, if you can deck them before they realise what's going on. They might put up more of a fight if they were paying attention. Because they might be like that guy, and that guy looks like he's about to try and fling some fire magic at us. Yes. So yeah, quite a few folks. But we can deal with them a bit at a time, perhaps. And a seething vigor skull, that might be new. Yep, that's a real gate. Had to double check that one. Once again, being reckless saves us from most of an ambush. As we just ran straight past the dang thing. Now you... Oh, piss off. My running heavy failed me because it was just a smidgen too slow. Ah, this was leading us towards all the screaming and hollering that we heard, so... Maybe we'll save that for a moment. We'll go this way. Where does this bring us? Oh, is this just back? Okay, that just leads us back. Very well. There's no choice but to head into Scream Town. Why was our lamp pulsating? Is this a spot? Ah. Alright, then we'll definitely put one here. This is a good location. Maybe we'll even rest. I mean, yeah, we've got to kill these chumps again, but these guys are just chumps, so it's fine. Oh, there's a fourth jump. And then Flame Dog. And Archer Friend. One of them could show their head. That would be great. There we go. Flame Dog, you want some? Double Dog? I was not promised Double Dog. Cool. But now we're caught up. We've lost only a smidge of health and we've got all 5 of our Sanguinarics. Now I feel equipped to face this lad. Well, I don't feel equipped to face him because he looks a bit tough. But he's also a bit oblivious to our presence right now. So maybe we just tootle past him and see what was in his little room. Ah yes, this is the way we came. Because I was panicking and running away from that lad, which is how we ended up in here. Maybe we do fight him then. Yeah, if in doubt when you meet a tough lad, just soulflay the bugger. That seems to work nicely. And then he was looking in that sort of direction, but there's also over here where we find an innocent looking item and ripe berries. Very good. What do you want? And then this way we didn't really peek. Is that Flame Dog? I wasn't sure if it was just like a burning corpse or something. But no, it was a Flame Dog. We don't let sleeping dogs lie around here. You again. Blah. The Ring of Night's Fire. Oh yeah, we got Radiant Preeminence. Cast Radiant Sorceries with a non-Radiant Catalyst. Interesting. And the Ring of Night's Fire deals additional fire and wither damage. Excellent. So this area is just items, and now it's done. We never need to venture in there again. The only way forward is indeed to go into the House of Screams. Getting a real sense that people didn't like it here. Ah yeah, we made it this far. There's nothing behind all of this destructible stuff. And then we have Lower Calrath. Okay, so we've finished Fitzroy's Gorge for now. We're now in Lower Calrath, and it's not the greatest place I've ever seen in my life. This guy didn't have a good time in Lower Calrath, which is why we're going to try and avenge him. There's another point there where we could possibly look at someone's last moments in Umbral. That looks like somewhere where there's a bridge. You there? You're just another shambling man. Really? You're the one that killed Acelina? Easiest eyeballs we've ever earned. And it seems as though Umbral is the way forward. So what can we learn from you? You burned to death?
Light we walk.
In light we walk. A wooden Dark Crusader cross. Ah, it's probably one of those heretical quest items. So in light he walked, and then he got burned to death, I imagine. And that was the end of him. Certainly more pleasant now without everyone screaming no all the time. But a vestige would make things even more pleasant still. And there's one. So if we'd pressed on a bit last time, then maybe we'd have reached the vestige of Sebastian. But then if I hadn't been such a coward, we wouldn't have re-explored Fitzroy so comfortably. I don't think. Now, what's going on with betrayed Eliad? They did many terrible things during his life, so he and his lover were a ruthless pair that delivered a trail of violence and woe across the lands. In Mornstead, they left him for dead, only for his life to be saved by the Umbral Light. He wanted to embark on a journey of revenge, but instead bowed to the Light's will. In time, his lover returned, begging for forgiveness. He embraced her and made one final heartfelt promise that her death would be long and agonizing. What a dick. Still, it's nice to have a bit of colour about the place now, even if it's red. And lots of it. And orange and yellow, I suppose. Definitely makes a change. And there's a heavenly vial. Sounds like some sort of Explodo thing. And a map of Lower Kalrath. Good. So, shit's on fire. Go towards the thing that's on fire. Then go through the big door of the big building that's on fire. Thanks, Matt. We'll just continue to play it by ear. It's got us this far. Smite salts. Okay. We're not really about that smite life. We've got a bridge. And we've got an infernal enchantress. Okay. Stop doing magic. Piss. That's a lot of damage. Did I just stand in one of her red circles of death? Yeah, I might have just been standing in a fire. It's kind of hard to tell when everything's on fire. Yeah, should have seen that coming. There's a big explosion. That was all a bit quick, a bit sudden. It seems like she had a little blue bag. So mayhap, maybe going into Umbral will just help us see what the heck is going on. But we still don't want to get withered. Well, I was going to say we still want to get our withered health back, but we failed to do that. Yeah, she's got a few blue bags about the place. I kind of want to get rid of them, I think. And it's still pretty dark in here. It's still pretty flamey. It's hard to tell. Ah, wait a minute. Just standing next to her was doing it, wasn't it? Maybe we can dip in and out. Although I'm not feeling... Yeah. I was thinking I should probably go and get my vigor back. I don't know how much I have, but I don't think it was much. Oh wait, was it just there? Could I have picked it up the whole time? But yeah, maybe ranged attacks are the way to go with her, because it looks like she's just got an aura around her. Wait, have I gone the wrong way? Oh no, I've just gone back the way that we came. Okay. So yeah, I've technically gone the wrong way. And now I've got knobheads after me. I don't think we lost much vigor there. I'm not really fussed about vigor loss or soul loss in games like this. It just happens. I know at the end of last episode we carried it out because I was worried about it, but still. Most of the time it just happens and it's fine. Now, there was another blue bag down here though, wasn't there? At this end. Yeah, that tracks. It's quite annoying. But there is another blue bag there. So she does big explosions. We haven't got the range to finish her off like this. Piss. And I can't seem to dodge those attacks. They just come in too quick. Where's the rest of those blues? There's one. Brick. Was there a third one? There's one over there. Has that got it? What if I soul flake it? Oops. No, let's just put us into Umbral. That's the button for what I wanted to do. Oh, and then we died because we're in Aurora. Yeah. So I'm not sure Soulflay helps. It can't just be a case of stay away from her and use ranged attacks, can it? Because we just don't have that many shots available to us. Oh, and she can just summon things right next to us. Doesn't even have to aim, it seems. Let's try poison arrows. Will you get poisoned? Is that a thing? She doesn't seem to want to get poisoned. Oh no, there we go. So we poisoned her. That's a start. We could also put on some equipable gubbins, I guess, that haven't done so. By which I mean we could put on some fire protection stuff. I don't know what these blue things are doing for her because she doesn't seem to be protected. She's taking damage. Piss. I was going to try and get out and heal. Ah, oh, fuck off. We almost had her. And I had 3 heals left. I should have just been more cautious. Oh, and there is maybe a 4th blue thing behind us somewhere? I'm fairly sure I'm doing this wrong. But at the same time, it seems to be difficult to get around her arena because she'll just summon Explodos next to you wherever you are. But let's try removing all of the blue things if we can. Without dying. There's one. Look, let me through. Okay, we can't actually get past her. I'm sure there was a 4th blue thing back there, but we can't get it because she's in the way. So maybe let's go back to the most recent plan. And give her some poison arrows. Oh no, she's hiding. Okay. If we can't even poison her once, then that's gonna suck. And we failed to poison it. Okay, so it is in fact going to suck. Oh, piss. How many of those things can she drop? What am I supposed to do where she's hiding in a corner like that? So I can rush in, and then I can rush back out. I guess we can Soul Flare again. But then it doesn't come far enough out of her aura for us to do anything useful with it. Oh, she is poisoned. Good. But we're also almost dead. And that attack is so fast. And she can just summon infinite explosions. What a wretch. But she's poisoned. That's the main thing. I forgot that our blade also does poison. So combined with the poison arrows, it was sufficient. We're going to die if she gets too close. I assume poison has a limit where it runs out. And it might have just gone. Oh, heck. I couldn't even get one hit off before she Smack, 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 smack. And we got it. But yeah, I don't feel like we won that fight. I feel like we survived it at best. And we got the Infernal Enchantress Flail as our prize, I guess. It's going to be an Inferno Mace, obviously. Agility and Inferno. Very well. Yeah. I'm not satisfied with how that fight went, even slightly. But it gave us an up for a level up. More vitality seems to be the order of the day, given how poorly that went. I will learn from this, and I will do better. No, there wasn't anything over here, was there? Nope. There's an item up there, but we'll get to that. An extremely unnecessary place for a seed there. Unless, I guess, you're playing with some of the alternate optional bits that make vestiges less frequent. I think one of them does. A magma ring. Didn't see you sneaking up. And Halsan. What the heck is Halsan when it's at home? So the magma ring increases resistance to ignite. That might have been useful a minute ago. Oh, Infernal Enchantress Flesh. That's a quest / upgrade material. Good. Ah, it's a rune. On a weapon it'll increase physical damage and reduce strength attribute scaling. On a shield it'll increase vitality attribute. So that might be good for us because we're not pushing strength, but our blade is strength and agility. So, if we put this on, then we just get extra physical damage and we wouldn't be losing a lot in terms of scaling. Maybe. We'll have to check. No doubt it'll give us the numbers when we try and put it on. That's assuming that we've got like rune slots. Yeah, we've got one rune slot on Kukujin's sword. Good. Now, it's a fiery man. Oh, piss off. It's just another Rogar, but still. Let's see if we can't push on to find our next shortcut, maybe. And then we might need to wrap it up. That door doesn't open from this side, so that'll be a shortcut of a sort. A Pyrrhic Cultist Flail is another Inferno weapon. Oh wait, we're in Infernal. We're in Umbral, aren't we? I was like, is that guy I'm fighting a minute ago, that goopy guy? I was like, he's normally an Umbral guy. But yeah, we went into this mode because of the boss. And I didn't actually rest. So yeah, let's do that before we get stabbed up the bum by horrible teleporting ghosts. Maybe this would be a good time to wrap up actually. So let's go see what Galinda has to say. What are you doing here?
Good thing I've got thick, sturdy boots, because crossing some parts of that burning ruin they call Lower Calrath, it's like walking on hot coals. Still, when you grow up in Perdam, you quickly learn what true heat is.
Some sort of desert culture then, I guess.
I've never been too fond of fire. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Perdamish Crusades, and there was one about what the Dark Crusaders did to every man, woman, and child in one small village. That left an impression. They may worship Orius, but it's clear as day why Judge Cleric parted ways with the Church of Orion Radiance.
There's a whole group of people then that worship Orius in different ways. And some of them are just...
Hello again, friend.
Not good people. Doesn't look as though he's got anything new
be blessed.
for sale, so that's fine. Now, we can socket runes with Galinda. So, our blade. Ah, we'd need a triangular rune apparently. And we don't have one. So that's that out of the question. We definitely don't have 4 of the shards needed to upgrade our blade any further either. Sad times. You're useless to me, Galinda. But one more stop whilst we're here. Let's go see Hatman again. We might have picked up some more of the heretical gubbins that he's looking for.
Lower Kalrath has long been a flame-ravaged ruin, but evidence of its former inhabitants' blasphemous beliefs can still be found amidst the ash and rubble. So should you feel any sorrow at such devastation, divest yourself of it, for it is unwarranted.
Even if they were misguided, I think you can still feel bad about their entire city burning to the ground.
Whatever poisonous lies Derva may spit at you, heed them not, for they are nothing but the foul
And okay, it looks as though we've got no items that he's interested in. So I guess that's it for today then. Next time we'll be strolling through Lower Kalrath and doing our very best not to get burned. We'll see how that works out. And hopefully I'll see you there. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.